Absolutely green on the screen as far as Wall Street is concerned. The Dow in a range-bound session ended with a 0.25% gain. The S&P posted a 4-day gaining streak, and the Nasdaq, that one is up 1%, led by Apple. Apple, remember, is at yet another record high ahead of the iPhone event on September 12th. In terms of macro data from the Wall Street, US GDP growth has been revised higher to 3% from 2.6%. Secondly, the jobs data that came by at 2.37 lakh versus expected 1.85, that has raised expectations of a December rate hike. What did it do for the 10-year bond yield? Well, the bond yield increased and the bond prices fell on increased expectations of a rate hike. Across the Atlantic, in Europe, we saw a lot of green as well. The frontline indices, especially the FTSE, the CAC, as well as the DAX. And at the same time, the German inflation came in higher than expected, 1.8%. And the euro, that one moved a tad bit lower from 1.2 that we saw in the previous trading session. Across the periphery, too, we saw some green, barring the odd Ukrainian index, which was the key underperformer there. And if you take a look at the emerging market pack, Russian index, which is higher by about 1.6%. Crude is in focus on account of Hurricane Harvey. The Brazilian index, though, down 0.6%. In Asia, Nikkei is the only outperformer, and that is on the back of weaker yen, and despite July industrial output coming in below expectations. As far as the other three indices are concerned, Korean, Shanghai, as well as Hang Seng, all of them are lower in trade. We got the Chinese manufacturing PMI data, which indicated a bit of a contraction. As a result of that, the SGX Nifty indicating a mild take on the red side.